A very good morning to you all, my dear students. Today we will discuss the topic pastoralism in Africa. Africa has over half of the world's pastoral population, and the important nomadic tribes of Africa are the Bedouins of Sahara, Maasai of East Africa, Somali, Boran, Turkana, and the Bushmen of Kalahari. And most of the nomad people now live in semi-arid grasslands or arid deserts where rain-fed agriculture is difficult. So because of agriculture is difficult, they rear animals like cattle, camels, goats, etc. And they sell milk, meat, animal skin and wool. These are the main economic activities. Now, let's discuss the case study of Maasai, the pastoral group of Africa. Maasai communities stretch over a vast area from North Kenya to the steppes of northern Tanzania. Let's discuss origin and historical background. It is believed that they have been living in region from times immemorial because that is we do not know the time from which they live here, and for the past 1 lakh years the region around East Africa has been inhabited by these nomadic people, and Maasai cattle herders primarily live in East Africa. And the title Maasai has been derived from the word Maasai, means my people. Now their life. Most of the people lead a nomadic life and still are at primitive stage of development. And these people live in bands of 40 to 50 people. Each band has its own special area. And these nomadic groups are hunters or gatherers, and they have learned how to survive in harsh desert conditions and can find food and water where there appears to be nothing but sand or scrub. Now, pastoralism in the case study of Maasai. Maasai people depend primarily on animals rather than crops for survival. Most of them rear sheep, goats, cattle and camels, and the drier part of the desert do not have any vegetation suitable for grazing. But in places where rainfall is about 25 centimeter, dry scrub and coarse grass is found. So they rear their animals in this region. Colonial rule and their life. What is the impact of colonialism on the life of Maasai? The life of Maasai was affected by the spread of European settlers during the 19th century, and the European took and fenced land for their own use, and due to this the traditional way of life for the native people has changed forever. The European drove the original inhabitants of their lands or areas, and although Africans were using the pasture, but there was also a balance between the people, animal and land. But after the arrival of Europeans, the population grew at a very fast rate, and land was being used for other commercial purposes. And due to this pastoralism, and the people started disappearing. Large forest areas were also turned into game reserves like the Masai Mara and Samburu National Park in Kenya and Serengeti Park in Tanzania. So pastoralists were not allowed to access these areas. They could neither hunt animals nor graze their herds in these areas. So there it was very and these were the very adverse conditions for the Maasai people. Let's discuss. The borders are closed. Till the 19th century, African pastoralists could move over vast areas in search of pastures. They moved from one place to another, and this helped the vegetation and grass to regrow. From the late 19th century, the colonial government began imposing various restrictions on mobility of pastoral nomads. So, like Maasai, other pastoral groups were also forced to live within the confines of special reserves. And the boundaries of these reserves became the limit within which they could now move. They were not allowed to move out with their animals without special permit. And those found guilty of disobeying the rules were severely punished. So, during draft period, they were adversely affected by these conditions. Now, impact of drafts. Drafts affects the life of the pastoralist everywhere, and when rain fail and pastures are dry, cattle are likely to starve unless they can move to assess from place to place. That is why traditionally pastoralists are nomadics. They move from place to place, and this nomadism allows them to survive during the bad time and avoid crisis. But from the colonial period, the Maasai were bound down to fixed areas, confines with the reserves, and prohibited from moving in search of pastures. And they were cut off from the best grazing lands and forced to live within a semi-arid tract prone to frequent droughts. So these were the impact of droughts on the Maasai people. With this, our chapter is complete. From my side, thank you and have a nice day.